Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. And when we last left off, we finished up the first chapter, Chapter 1. So now we're going to be going over to Chapter 2, so let's go ahead and go to Episode Select. Actually, the thing is, the reason why I'm not, you might say, why don't I just hit continue? The reason why I'm not hitting continue is because, well, actually, I made a secret cut in the previous episode because for some reason, like, it went straight into, well, I think not every Ace Attorney game works like that, but it went straight into Episode 2, and I wanted to save Episode 2 for this episode, so, yeah. I didn't really need to explain that, but whatever. Let's go ahead and go to Episode 2, The Monstrous Turnabout, from episode start, if you will. So, as per usual, there's going to be a cutscene, so I'll be quiet for a second. The Monstrous Turnabout, start from the beginning of this episode? Yes, please. Episode 2, The Monstrous Turnabout.
Long, long ago, the nine-tailed fox defeated the evil Tenmataro and sealed the fallen demon away. To this day, it is said that he slumbers even still within the forbidden chamber.
Night, night, Alderman. Sweet dreams. At long last, the revival of Tenmataro is at hand.
Alright. A few months prior to the courthouse bombing. Okay, so here we are. April 17th, 12:13 p.m., Wright Anything Agency. That's probably going to seem a little bit out of sync, but that's because I already knew what I was going to say. Because like I said, I did a little bit test footage of the second case just to make sure that the paid content was fine. Oh, I guess we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, so now we're starting case 2. I hope you guys are ready. That kind of sounded like Liam O'Brien a little bit, but I don't think that was Liam O'Brien. It was like one of those sound like Liam O'Brien-like voices, but I don't think that was quite Liam O'Brien. But anyway, apparently, according to Garcon, he said, quote, "You are a huge frickin' weeb, so you're going to really enjoy this case," is what he said in a direct message from Twitter. So let's see what we got here. So, Apollo. Haven't really worked on the Apollo voice, so it still kind of sounds like the Raven voice. Guess I'm a little early. It's Trucy! I still haven't developed a voice for her yet. So for now, just for the sake of time, we're gonna give her a placeholder voice, and she's gonna end up developing her own voice as time goes on, I imagine. So for right now, what we're gonna give Trucy is, let's see. Judith is like this, right? And Athena's like this. Trucy. How about we give this to Trucy? It kind of sounds like Good Dahlia a little bit, doesn't it? How about this? This is different, right? It kind of sounds like Athena a little bit. That's a placeholder voice, we'll go with it. Oh, hey, Apollo, getting an early start today? Yeah, this is the first job I've had in a while, after all. Well, aren't we all fired up? Well, it's not every day I get a call from Mr. Wright. Don't you work at the Wright Anything Agency, so... What kind of work is it anyway? Mr. Wright didn't mention any details. Probably panty snatching again. Work? Is that how he put it? Don't tell me he just wants me to clean the toilet again. No one can make a more spotless toilet than Phoenix Wright, I can tell you that much. You've really become a fixture around here, Apollo. That sounds too much like Athena. Come to think of it, it's been almost a year since I was hired. A lot's happened since then. But I've settled it nicely despite a few bumps in the road. My name is Apollo Justice. I've been practicing law for about a year, but I still have a lot to learn. A lot of BSing to do that. This is the Wright Anything Agency, and it's where I work. Don't let the name fool you, it's definitely a law agency. Maybe I should give... No, I don't want to give her too deep of a voice. It needs to be higher pitched, but I don't really have any higher pitched voices.
Yeah, but don't forget that this place is a talent agency too, Polly.
What if I gave her, like, an accent to differentiate? It's the law agency part of this office that's usually forgotten. This is Trucy Wright, a budding magician. An adopted daughter of the agency's owner, Phoenix Wright, and also my half-sister, although I don't know this, it's just me just talking out of my head. She sometimes makes me help with her magic tricks.
And what's wrong with that? You're one of the agency's talents as well.
I was under the impression that I was a lawyer. No, Apollo, you're not a lawyer. No one likes you. I don't think very many people dislike Apollo.
Oh, we'd better hurry. Doesn't look like Daddy's gonna make it, so let's get going.
Huh? Where are we going? What about the job he mentioned?
This is the job, Polly. You're supposed to keep me company today.
Oh boy.
Now come on.
Another day of not being a lawyer. Should have seen this coming.
Well, this is the Wright Anything Agency, you know. And there's no law-related work at the moment, so...
Tell me again why I chose to work here. Because if you didn't work here, you wouldn't exactly be a main character, so... Where's Mr. Wright anyway?
Daddy said something about going to meet an acquaintance. But don't worry, just focus on your job and I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. Well, let's go. We don't have all day.
Wait a second. And another day of anything goes begins at the Wright Anything Agency. As you can see, it looks pretty much exactly the same as it did in Apollo Justice, actually. Also, let's get a second to listen to Trucy's theme. Yep, we got a second, because obviously it's the same thing from Apollo Justice, but it's been, modified a little bit to be, more HD-ified, and since I'm playing with HDMI, you should be able to get all those notes, even the bass notes. Anyway. And another day of anything goes begins the Wright Anything Agency. Really, the only difference between, like, Apollo and Raven, I keep talking about this, I'm going to talk about this for the rest of the series, is that I tend to over-enunciate things with Apollo. That's pretty much it. April 17th, 1:30 p.m., Ninetales-ville, Yokai Lane. You don't know what yokai is. Maybe you've heard of Yokai Watch. A yokai is an ancient Japanese, like, spirit type thing. Like, I guess, like, some famous ones would be, like, Honne Onna, the bone woman who, she's a woman, but she, like, turns into a skeleton type. How do I explain that? Then there's Wanyudo, who's like this spinning wheel type thing. Most of the yokai that I know of are from, like, Jigok Shoujo or whatever. Anyway. Ninetales-ville. Ooh, nice, like, 3D effect here, actually. Oh, I saw, like, a screenshot of this from the Japanese version, actually. So, what are we doing way up here in the mountains?
This is Ninetales-ville. Everyone's been talking about the yokai craze here.
Yokai? Oh, you mean Japanese monsters? Guess that explains all these weird things. Apollo, man, come on. You live in Japanifornia. How do you not know about quote-unquote Japanese monsters? Speaking of which, wasn't Ninetales-ville founded by the Japanese immigrants?
Yeah, they're holding a festival to boost tourism over at the Alderman's Manor. My friend who works there invited us. That's why we're here.
In other words, I'm your chaperone because your dad was too busy.
Daddy said that with those horns of yours, you'd make a great addition to their festival. I mean, you look just like a Japanese demon. Wasn't that so thoughtful to him, Polly?
Oni mitai ne. He looks like an oni. An oni. If you don't know what an oni is, it's like, I'm going to be giving you all sorts of random Japanese facts. I'm sorry, due to the nature of the case, it's going to happen. It's like, you ever seen like those like ogre type things? Like those Japanese ogre type things are like blue or red with those really crazy faces. Maybe if you've ever been to like kabuki, like they have like the faces. They have like they have the masks of the demon type things. That's an oni. That's probably what she's talking about here. That's what she's saying in the Japanese version. Sometimes it's translated as demon, sometimes it's translated as ogre. It depends, because honestly, they look more like ogres than demons, but that's over a different time. I could do without thoughtfulness like that.
Oh, it's almost time. Come on, Polly. The festival grounds are this way.
All right, guess it's time to move to the Kyubi Manor's Garden. If you've ever watched Naruto, you'd probably recognize that Kyubi. Q in Japanese means 9, obviously. Okay, so this is how we do things in this version, right? It's like all at the bottom. Kind of weird. Can we examine? How do we examine? Talk, present, move. No, how do we examine? I want to examine things first. Present, move. Oh, that's just a dialogue thing, right? Yeah. There's no music. It's a little awkwardly quiet right now. I mean, there's like sound effects and everything. But yeah, look at all these yokai. Nah, I guess we'll worry about that later. Let's go ahead and save while we're at it, huh? Over slot 1, if you don't mind. And you know, I'm not gonna stop my, like, saving habit either, okay? Like, that's just, like, there is nothing wrong with saving, okay? Like, some people are like, oh, that's, like, the guilty way out of things, or the easy way out of things. Look, man, you know, if you want to eat your bowl of nails without any milk, that is perfectly fine. I'll just chill with my Cocoa Puffs, perfectly fine. And at the end of the day, I can rest confidently knowing I wasn't the idiot who ate a bowl of nails for breakfast, okay? You know, it's perfectly fine. I can eat my Cocoa Puffs perfectly fine, whatever. The monster craze. This monster craze, come to think of it, I think I heard about it on TV. It's supposedly how Ninetales Bell made a comeback from the brink of fiscal disaster.
Our agency could sure use something positive like that. Oh, I know. Let's jump on board the monster craze. You and Daddy would be a perfect comedy duo. You could call yourselves Agni and Rudra, Demon Kings of Comedy. Daddy sets them up and you knock them down. Hey, I think we just hit the jackpot with this idea.
Eh? I'm sorry, but I plan on staying a lawyer.
You do?
You don't have to act so surprised by that. Just like, whatchamacallit. What was Walkie Kitaki's, what was his, girlfriend's name? I forget. I chose your lawyer because I believed in you. I believed that you would get Walkie guilty. Poor Apollo. He's just like the butt of everyone's jokes, and he's not even a bad character. I like Apollo. Like, I think because he's a sort of an underdog character, I kind of like him. I'd say a little bit. Apollo's just like Phoenix, I think, but I think I relate to Apollo just a little bit more than Phoenix. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Anyway,
hey, Trucy, have you seen my attorney's badge? How could you lose something so important? Sometimes I really wonder about you, Apollo.
This is so weird. I wonder if I dropped it somewhere.
Oh, look! What are these panties doing here?
Oh, come on, Trucy. Forget about panties. I'm looking for my badge. It's in the panties, Apollo. Come on.
Ta-da! 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I don't know. I just randomly did this accent. Did you forget? These are my magic panties. Hey, that's my attorney's badge.
Such a delayed reaction, man.
Wow, how'd you do that? I set it all up while we were back at the office. Wow, I didn't even... Wait, you took my badge?
Okay, that's crazy. So, like I said, okay, so the, I don't think I said in this series, but the localization director for this game, Janet Su, she also did the, she was also the localization director for Ace Attorney Justice for All. And she did a blog post talking about translations versus localization of video games. It's quite interesting. I'll try to leave it. I'm not quite sure if you can really use cards for external links outside of YouTube, but if I can, I'll leave a card. If not, just check the description section. Basically, all we have is the attorney's badge. Basically, like, this is one of the sections that you talked about, how, like, translating, like, Trucy's panties section, because of cultural differences, you know, an American or a Western player would be a lot more uncomfortable dealing with panties than, say, a Japanese player. So they were kind of like, oh, what to do? But in the end, they just went with panties as the translation. Just one of those things I found interesting. Attorney's badge. My cherished attorney's badge. Just putting it on makes me feel ready. I'm not just ready. I'm ready, Freddy. Check it out.
You're so lucky, Apollo! Everyone can see what you do with just a flash of your badge!
What about you, Trucy? People can tell you're a magician by the way you're dressed.
Yeah, but I can't always dress like this, when I'm at school and stuff.
You can always show you're a magician by making things appear or disappear.
You mean like this? 3, 2, 1, ta-da!
Magic or no? Aren't you a little old to be showing those things in public?
Then maybe I'll become a lawyer too. You're abandoning your dream just like that?
Those Grimoires, man. Apollo, you're no exception. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we can examine anything. I don't see like an examine button, so I guess we're just gonna move. Did they just like remove examining from like the games? I don't know. Current location on Yokai Lane, Wright Anything Agency. Let's go back to the Wright Anything Agency real quick, just to see something real quick. Yeah, our options are... Okay, just a second. While we're doing this, I'm going to explain something real quick. So, let's see, where is it? Game Center, Staff Role, Vibration. No, there's a control section. Oh, no, that's in the options in the main menu. Oh, no, here. Basic controls. No, during investigation. No, during investigations, there we go. Talk exam. Okay, so the examine button isn't available yet, so we just can't examine things. Usually the way that I play is I do my all my examining at the beginning and then do my talking. So that way, like, because like the examining part I think is the most boring part of. Let's go ahead and say while we're at it. It was the most boring part of investigating. I think the most boring part to watch. So I usually try to get that out of the way first. But anyway, someone in the comments section told me that they said that they believe the DLC case chronologically takes place in between case 2 and case 3. Let's go to move. So what I was thinking was I'm going to leave up a poll here, and for those of you, I only want people who have played the game, both the main game and the DLC to vote on this, but would you be okay with me doing the DLC case right after case 2 or at the end? Because what I was originally planning was doing it at the end if you guys all wanted to, and have like a special thumbnail for it and everything, but if it's going to be in the middle of the series, I'm just going to use a regular thumbnail, but if you guys want it in between episode 2 or chapter 2 and chapter 3, please let me know in the comment section, or not in the you can let me know in the comment section below, but please feel free to vote. Only people who have played the game though, which pretty much is like everybody. Pretty much everyone that I know that's at least all the regular commenters have played the game already. One of which is still playing it, one of which is currently playing through it. I just, according to their tweet, they recently finished chapter 3. So, at least at the time of recording this anyway. QB Manor Garden. Here we are. I just want something I wanted to say. April 17th, 2:05 p.m., QB Manor. Garden. Wow, this place is really something. Kind of looks like an old Italian, like, it kind of looks, the architecture looks a lot more, I mean, no, you can see like a Japan, it's kind of, anyway.
It definitely feels like a different world here.
Is this Phoenix? I don't know. Phoenix not supposed to be here. This is supposed to be the friend. This is supposed to be the friend. Trucy. Don't know if you're male or female. You're female. Okay.
Jinxie!
Jinxie? What voice are we gonna... Are we just gonna give her the generic Rita voice? You know what? That's what we're gonna do. And this is?
My friend Jinxie Tenma. She's the one who invited us. She just happens to be the maid here.
2 horns, a love of red.
Are you a demon?
No, we're not demons, honey.
No, I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. He is a demon.
Okay, that was auto advancing.
What the? Be gone, foul beast. You look great, Polly. Fills in some of that space on your forehead.
Yeah, forehead.
What is this thing? It's a warding charm. Jinxie puts them on all monsters she finds.
Come on, Apollo. Didn't you grow up watching, like, I guess, like, he's probably a bit too young to watch Naruto. He probably watched something else, maybe.
But I'm not a monster. Maybe I should have told her you're a good demon.
Who said we were a demon to begin with? Or you could just say I'm exactly. Or you could just say I'm human.
The Red Demon, emissary of the underworld.
Hey, the Red Demon's the nice one, you know. Haven't you read it? What's the name of the story? Naiteru Akano. It's something like that, right? About the... If you watch Ri Zero Kara Hajimeru Isekai Seikatsu, you've probably seen it before. I got up early to do my hair for this. Anyway, awkward pause. See you guys in the next episode.